7 levels of getting no huzz.
It all started with a realization. You think to yourself, damn, where did it all go wrong? Maybe you spent your youth watching Twitch streamers, YouTubers. Maybe you schizoed out watching outright content. Maybe you became a social justice warrior and said that women are equal to men. Maybe you had low self-esteem. Maybe you thought you were ugly. Whatever the reason, the fact of the matter is you finished high school without getting laid. And this made you feel some type of way. This wasn't a eureka type realization, but rather a slow, crippling decay of your psyche that ate away at you.
I didn't have sex in high school. I didn't have my first time. I had sex at 18. That was when I had sex, but I didn't have sex in high school. Back then, people weren't really fucking. Like this whole sex at a young age thing is very very new. I'm not even going to lie.
You seem to be talking about their first love or their summer fling or the one that got away, and you have nothing to add to the conversation. And that isn't the worst part. The worst part is you don't even know where to start. You feel that you missed out on these developmental milestones, so obviously asking other people for help is out of the question because you don't want them to think you're autistic, even though they probably already think you are. And so you sit there on a Friday night on your PlayStation and scroll through Instagram while you see other people in your high school post vacation pics to either Italy or Japan. One of them is engaged because they're Mormon. This other guy gets a new girl every month? Damn, I want her. If you're lucky, your confusion as to why you get no bitch is answered through a random Reddit post, or the anonymous user starts complaining on r/life or some other generic subreddit about how no girl has ever loved him, people are mean to him, and he feels unseen and lonely. The top comments will always say, that's not true, people love you, I love you, and the original poster comments, thank you, this means so much to me. But out of curiosity, you decide to sort by controversial, and you see the comments that people are downvoting saying, oh, this guy's probably ugly, or oh, he probably doesn't look that good, or oh, he doesn't realize it's over for him yet, which leads you down a rabbit hole of where these terminologies and viewpoints came from until you eventually discover incel forums. These incel forums are revolutionary because
Bro, I think that being an incel, so let me tell you the whole incel thing, how I see it, bro. I see it in the sense that, it's like, why? On one hand, don't get it twisted, it's hard to do the work to become an attractive guy to get babes. It's not easy. Don't get it twisted. It takes a lot of work, a lot of grinding. In fact, me streaming and doing YouTube, it's part of the work. But at the same time, bro, is it worth it though? I will say it's worth it because oh my gosh, there's nothing like having a girl that actually fucks with you and cares about you, bro. Do you have to do some work? Yes, but then the girl too has to do some work, bro. She has to do some work. You feel me?
how seemingly accurate it describes the no bitch getting experience down to little details that normal behaved people don't articulate or even think about. One example that I love a lot is the term gesture maxing, which entails a man acting in an entertaining, amusing, or unnatural way to elicit or maintain female romantic attraction or to be accepted in a group. Most of the time, this fails, but if they do get accepted into the group, they just become the circus clown everyone picks on whenever they need a quick laugh. When the gesture master brings this up with the group and says something along the lines of, I don't really feel that you guys like me very much, he gets gaslit by the group into a false sense of security when they say, oh my god, no, we care about you, only to be bullied once again because of his behavior. Every failure you experience in your come up and the reasoning for it has been articulated clearly in these forums. But most importantly, the reason this group of people appeals to you is because you feel seen. Even when the whole world gaslights you by telling you to take a shower and get a haircut, you know the truth. The reason you were that awkward weirdo at the party with the red cup in your hand that everybody ignored was because you're chopped. Your genetics are deficient. The wrong sperm won the race. If only you were 6.
This is very interesting. I feel like it's a mindset thing because because I'm telling you guys, the hype thing, it used to really get to me. It really did. Once you, and I've said this in a past video, embrace who you are, embrace your flaws, embrace it. Be like, yo, this is how God made me. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. Simple. I feel like once you start moving like that, then I don't know, life just becomes a lot more chill.
The positive cantal tilt, bitches would magically appear on your dick. But you're not. And there's plenty of people that aren't either. And they're your friends. And that's what makes these incel groups so powerful and so beautiful in a way. If you're lucky and you're not hideously ugly, a girl might find you in your incel stage and take a liking to you because she thinks you're quirky or something. She might give you your first kiss. She might give you a blowjob. She might even take your V card. But because of how scary to the hoes you are at this level, she will leave you. To which you might change and become better, Or you might also stay at the incel level and never replicate the results again. But for those that do change, you become a simp. When she leaves you because you can't get your act right, you cling onto her, sometimes forever, because of your previous depravity and the fear of being alone again.
I've been there. I have been there. I've been there. Listen, I've been the guy to simp, bro. You know, I've been the guy to say, baby, please, baby, come back, baby, please, don't leave me. Don't leave me. Please come back. I've been that guy, bro. I've been that guy. And I'm telling you that, like, it can be embarrassing. It can be embarrassing, but you know, it is what it is.
Start thinking you can never pull another girl again. So you send walls of text to her, flowers, maybe even stand outside her window with a speaker above your head, singing, when a good thing goes bad, it's not the end of the world, it's not the end of the world. But she still doesn't like you anymore. You tell all your friends that women aren't bitches, bro. And at this point, you truly believe that because you think if you correct your previous misogyny somehow, that girl will see the good in you and like you again. She won't. This is also the level that nice guys operate in. Even stalkers as well. Guys that think that being nice to the girl, whether their intention is good or bad, will get them nyash. And when the girl calls them about her...
Oh, this guy who knows Nyash? Yo, I'm liking the video right now. And you can get a sub for just knowing Nyash. Nyash.
With her boyfriend, he says, no! How could you let him manipulate you again? And then ruins that friendship by asking her out. If you're lucky enough and enough time passes and somehow you find the will to move on from your first breakup, you become what I call a normal person. It's a feeling you get when you wake up and don't feel any weird sensation striking your heart when you think about things. You feel a peace of sorts as you tend to your garden. And to test this, you look at the girl you fumbled's Instagram and you feel nothing. It's liberating. Congratulations, you're a normal person now.
It is liberating. It is liberating. Because when you're going through it, bruh, and you're just thinking, oh my gosh, this girl left me. Oh my gosh, this girl... Like, it's not the best feeling. You feel almost like you're less of a human being. You know. Simping. Simping feels like... It feels like you are making someone... Like you're putting the person on a pedestal and you're kind of like their fan, which I am not a fan of doing.
By this point, you probably are going to the gym, taking looks maxing advice seriously, maybe socializing a little bit better, not with girls of course, but with other normies that are also scared to talk to girls like you. Though you still find yourself being a little awkward and uncomfortable in social situations. All your normie friends gas you by saying you get bitches because of how good your physique is becoming, and you feel good about it, but your DMs are still dry. At this stage, you're probably not even thinking about girls that much. Maybe you partook in No Nut November to cleanse your mind. You might even think getting a girl now is bad. Instead, you should improve yourself and read Atomic Habits or the Laws of Human Nature. You might start thinking that relationships will come naturally as you live your life. But you feel that you're still missing something. You look at all the self-improvement YouTubers that's in your recommended, and you want to be like them. You want to live their life. You want to be in their yacht. You want to get rich quick. You want all the bitches they got. So you follow their advice. You try your best to be a social butterfly like all the self-improvers tell you to do. You show you can talk to anyone. You show you're confident. You don't stutter. You hit the club, get bitches. Maybe these days you're not so religious. You have a hoe phase. And your normie circle eats it up. They gas you up like a big bro. You walk a little taller. You laugh a little louder. And you say your name a little prouder. Maybe you start getting hoes. Maybe your body count reaches satanic levels. You're a certified boy now. You air bitches to see other bitches. You break hearts and backs. You drive a used 2011 BMW with upgraded rims. They call you manipulative, conniving, possessive, but they never call you ugly. You get bitches. Congratulations. You think you know how women work.
Let's see what enlightenment is saying, bro. It's enlightenment than what, Drake?
You don't understand how women work. Well, not the ones you want. Not the ones that get away. Not the ones that when they leave, you go back to being a hoe to distract yourself, but it's not the same. The good ones go, the good ones go, if you wait too long. So you should go before you stay too long. The reason you get all these other hoes, but not her, is because you still don't understand how it all works. You set too many rules for yourself. From the way the world treated you when you were young, to the way the incel and red pill forums wrote your gospel, to the way the alphas you watch on YouTube that only flex the mid-white girls that are hoeing. You only saw what was possible. But if you're lucky, you'll realize that maybe it isn't about precisely what you say, what you do, how you act, how much you can bench. If a girl likes you, she likes you. And if she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you.
That's actually true. Listen, all of this doesn't have to be that complicated. Like, if a girl likes you, then she likes you, bro. Simple. And then you go from there. I used to like complicate shits in my head, but now it's like, see a girl and I'm like, oh, you're so fine. Like, I find you attractive, and I could holler, and try to do my thing. But then if she doesn't like me, she doesn't like me. There's nothing I can do. I'm not going to beg you, you know. Like, yeah, I'm not going to beg you. It's done. Like, I like you. Do you like me? And if you don't like me, then I mean, it was nice talking to you. We move on.
That all you need to do is to be normal and cool, and you'll have everything you ever wanted. From learning to be yourself without any asterisk or gesture maxing or bench pressing or whatever your Bugatti color is. If you're lucky, you'll pull a nice girl that you like. No gimmicks, no crazy first texts or pickup lines that impress her. You make a girl you like you, just by being normal and cool. You realize by just doing that, everything will work itself out. There's no reason for you to flex your 2011 BMW with upgraded rims. She doesn't care. All she cares about is you, and you let yourself care about her. Because you're just a guy, and she, underneath that beautiful sundress that you swear was made for her and only her, as well as the cute dimple she develops when she smiles, is just a girl.
She's just a girl.
But if you're lucky, she switches up on you for no reason. You did everything you could. You were a good lover. You were nice to her. You never cheated, even though you could have. But sometimes, a bitch is a bitch, and a hoe is a hoe, and they switch up. After all, bitches are people too. And when y'all break up, yeah, you're sad, but you don't crash out like you did with that one bitch you was with in level 3. Nah, instead you think to yourself, damn, and move on to the next shawty. You love that next shawty the best you could as well. And she loves you too, but you can never recapture the highs even though she's bad. And on top of that, her bitch tenant.
Yeah. There's nothing like when you actually love someone for the first time and you're really into it, There's nothing like it because once that feeling is gone, it's gone, bro. It's gone forever, unfortunately.
Start to ring out, so y'all break up too. And you do this with the next shawty, and the next shawty, and the next. You do this enough times and eventually you reach levels of clarity that only Drake has reached. Not the Marvin's Room or Hungry Drake that we all miss dearly, but the aging superstar Drake that's fumbled some of the baddest women in the world. What's Bella Hadid when you fumbled Rihanna? What's Rihanna when you fumbled Jennifer Lopez?
Damn.
What's the difference between all of them and the porn star you knocked up to make Adonis? It's all the same for real. Some shawties are just prettier to look at. That's what makes it hurt the most. But at this stage, you're not really that hurt. Because you know, it's come and go. While all my tears work is...
See, and I was talking to one of my friends about this. Like, at 25, bro, the amount of girls that have come and gone into my life is actually quite insane. And another thing that's quite insane is there's more that will come and go. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, the girl that you're feeling for, I remember there was this one girl, I was hungry, bro. Like, I was like, damn, she's bad. And, nothing. We had our time, and now she's not in my life anymore. You feel me? Like, when I say they come and go, they really do come and go, bro.
Decades since I cried, I got no dog left in the fight. The bark don't match the bite. Maybe you'll stunt on these hoes by making a necklace out of 42 engagement rings to represent the 42 times you thought about proposing to different women but decided against it. Maybe you only call women bitches because the bitches loved it. Maybe you and your old man get fucked up every night and he says, son, these hoes just don't love you. And you say, I'll keep that in mind. Then you see the shawties you used to fuck with get married and pregnant and have kids and be happy with their mans. And you start thinking to yourself, damn, where did it all go wrong?
Yeah, I guess that's the end of it. And it's not that, like, bro, you could say where did it all go wrong and this, that, and the other, but it's just a matter of, like, bro, it was done, bruh. That was, you guys had your time, and now your time is done. Yeah.